Hi, I'm Jen Smith, and this is my descriptive speech. But first, I'm going to turn this around and show you my audience. I'd like to welcome you to the world of retail sales and the floor covering industry. My husband and I have been involved in this industry for a little over 30 years. So I'm trying to give you guys a feel of the different personalities and people that we come into contact with, especially me being on the retail side. So the day begins. I unlock the store door, turn on the lights, make a pot of coffee. Now keep in mind that the last almost 2 years, I've been going to college full time as well as running my retail store full time. So I've been operating on about 3 hours of sleep a night. So I just opened the store and here comes our first customer. I'm going to name him WTF. Is in the house. Great. Dark sunglasses, chewing gum, Mercedes in the driveway. Yeah, I need something. What do y'all sell here? Fried chicken. As you can see that our sign says flooring. Would you like extra crispy or original? The next one is our Mrs. Multiple Personality Disorder. This woman came in to me to speak with me about some flooring which she ordered about 8 months prior. And I hadn't spoken with her in several months, and she contacted me. Her flooring order had come in. She contacted me and said she's sorry she hadn't picked it up, that her mother had passed. I said, no problem. We'll store it for however you guys want, you need us to. So about 3 more months went by, and I called her to follow up and say, hey, doing okay? Can we deliver your products for you? Well, she was either under the influence of drugs, alcohol, who knows. Starts yelling at me, saying she doesn't know what I'm talking about. She doesn't know anything about flooring. I said, okay, thanks. Have a great day. I turn around and call her husband on his cell phone, and I said, sir, we'd like to make arrangements to assist you however we can, deliver your flooring products. He then starts yelling at me, telling me that we are confiscating his flooring, holding it hostage. Wonderful. So then we get another customer in. I call this Joe Dirt versus Valley Girl. It's all about the acting with retail sales. So this 45-year-old teenage guy from the 80s walks in. He's got the mullet, the Iron Maiden t-shirt, and he knows everything about everything. He starts explaining to me why one flooring product is better than another. So I'm sitting there listening. Gotta change my approach here. I'm like, oh my God, you're so smart. How do you know all this? Cha-ching, made a sale. So Bill Gates walks in. It's my next customer. He orders the most expensive carpet and flooring for his mansion. Okay, and I do mean, my husband and I were in the Seattle areas where we're originally from. The largest home we worked on for flooring was 13,000 square feet. So obviously it was not really Mr. Gates. I'm just doing that to portray a very wealthy man. So he orders his products and everything. He says, now, can you give me a labor estimate on this to have your husband install? Sure, great, we'll do that. So I did, and he reviews it and says, my God, how much money do you people need to make? Okay. So I said, tell you what, why don't you go install it, and you tell me how much you think it's worth. Some people would just wander in my store because they didn't have anything else to do. They were bored. They wanted a babysitter. They want somebody to tell jokes to, or for me to act like destroyed in some way. And then they walk around and say, gee, it's hot in here. Okay, given it's about 105, 107 degrees outside in a 2,000 square foot metal building, sweat pouring off my face. Now, an air conditioner can only do so much if there's not insulation all around the bay door. It gets open and shut constantly throughout the day with orders coming in and out. So they say, yeah, sure hot in here. Thanks for stating the obvious, Sherlock. What would you like me to do? There's always the customer that calls and leaves you several voicemails. I had this one lady call 3 times in 20 minutes. She says, you didn't call me back. I've been calling you and calling you. You didn't return my call. Maybe that's because I was on the forklift unloading 800-pound rolls of carpet out of a semi. My bad, so sorry to inconvenience you, my majesty. After listening to these people day in and day out, and they come in and talk to me with questions that had nothing to do with floor covering, okay? So, for instance, my poodle keeps dragging his butt on my carpet. Or, I have gas because I just had surgery. Wonderful. My neighbor is a jerk. Or, can I have some free carpet? Or, why does it take so long for my 200-yard order of carpet that is housed in Georgia a week to get here to Washington State? My magic wand just broke last week. As soon as I get a new one in, I could probably get it here for you later tonight. Throughout these experiences, I have actually become a bona fide psychologist, veterinarian, lawyer, doctor, plumber, and electrician. What I'm saying is, do yourself a favor, stay in college, be able to work with your brain and not always your hands, so that you can be your own boss. Because in the retail industry, especially when you own your own business, when you look in the mirror, you're not the boss. You have hundreds of bosses. When you have a store versus being on the telephone with them, you can't just hang up. You have to listen to them. And sometimes it's a few minutes, sometimes it's several hours. And it almost seems like they think that you owe them something. So again, I'm just recapping. Stay in college. And thank you for listening to my speech.